How are we doing, people? Back with another video. Two fun matches for you today. Momo, of course, bringing the masterclass to ranked yet again. Here for you to learn some match behaviors and see some number one Momo gameplay. I haven't watched this match in a while, so it's gonna be like my first time seeing it again as well. So I'm taking this moment to just stock up, see what I can grab, see what I can do to give myself the upper hand before I start swanging and banging out there. I get woken up by that Deku strike, boom, hits me, and then I decide, alright then, that's how you want to do it, Deku, that's how you're gonna do it. Deku's greatest enemy became his greatest friend in this moment as Shigaraki shows up. Hit him with the end of the combo. I don't even know. I was about to say, I don't even know if I got to confirm that Deku down, but someone got it for me. Darby hit me like, you dare disrupt my trap? And I go Ninja Gaiden mode, bouncing up that wall like Ryu Hayabusa. This kind of area is both like great for Momo because there's a lot of areas where she can slip around corners and take people by surprise. But then it's also bad for Momo in the sense that if people want to get away from her, all they have to do is just use their mobility to go upwards and she'll probably never see them again unless it's right next to a part where she can do the ninja wall jumps. Which obviously you can't guarantee that's going to be the case every time. So if I get a Bakugo low, then he just like special actions up the building. There's nothing I can really do. I kind of just have to take that L and say, alright, I guess you get away then, you know. So this is a good place for her to fight in one sense, but then not so great in another. It's so easy to get into a full sense of security when chasing a Kirishima, forgetting that he can just turn the tables on you in an instant. People very rarely ever use the well, Momos anyway, very rarely use the stationary shield. Like, it's always a shield charge. Not that you should be using the stationary shield all the time, but you just rarely see it. It does have its use though, definitely. It definitely does have its use. Like, it's good to use a stationary shield charge if you're hiding behind something and you need to heal without drawing attention to yourself. You just want that extra bit of security in case, you know, the auto-aim, or aim assist rather, locks onto you on a bush and someone just fires because they sense it. If you have that shield up, you know, you're going to be safe. If it's a Bakugo, it might be different, but, you know, that's, what, one chance in 19, give or take, so good odds for you, honestly. You know, I don't actually know if Ibara's vines go through the stationary shield. Like, not when she's doing this, but when it's just, like, planted down. I don't know if Ibara's vines actually go through it. If anyone knows the answer to that, let me know. And not a, I think it, not a think, I want a definitive. I want to know for a fact if it does. Otherwise, you're just on the same wavelengths as I am. You don't know for certain. But yeah, I think Momo's in a good spot right now, for sure. I don't think there's anything about Momo's kit that needs to be changed. Like, for example, I don't like that people can roll through her shield, but I'm okay with accepting that as how it has to be. I'm okay with accepting that. I'm not happy with it, but I'm okay with accepting it. Only because I sometimes see some people. Wait, I'll talk about this in a second. This is the Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. Forget that. I'm gonna say this is what I did the video title on, but I don't think it was that part. The video title or the video thumbnail, one of the two. I don't know, I haven't made either yet, so when you're watching this video, I have not decided which one will be the hook. What was I saying anyway? Yeah, some people say, you know, Momo's too pressuring, her alphas shouldn't stun you. No, they need to stun you. The alphas need to stun you. The reason why it needs to be that way is because Momo has no mobility. Momo cannot chase you up a building, across the map. If you get away from Momo, you're probably not going to see her again until you're ready to. Like, if a Bakugo jumps away from Momo with his ability, you don't see him. If an All Might leaps into the air and punches his way across the map, you never see him again. If an Uraraka zip lines out of the place, you never see her again. Momo will never see these people again if they flee from her. Unless they massively mess up with how they do it. And any competent person, you know, wouldn't be able to do that. So the only thing Momo can do is try to keep them where they are. And if she can't keep them where they are, then she can't hold anyone anywhere, and then she can't chase anyone anywhere. Which in that case, what the hell is she supposed to be doing? You know? I'll put it on these guys so nicely. Look at that. They did not know what hit them in this miniature 1v3 for a second. Yeah, so Momo needs that stun on her alpha. Because if she can't keep someone in place when she finally does get up close to them, and she can't chase them if they get away, then she has to keep them there. You know? Do you understand what I'm saying? She can't chase anybody. She has no vertical mobility. She has no even horizontal mobility. Like, the shield charge isn't even really that. Not like she's Usain Bolt with that thing. So yeah, she needs the stun. Otherwise, you know, it's like, what's the point? Because she's short range. She's short range. That was neat. I don't even remember myself doing that. Oh, is this? I think I screwed my teammate here when I went to go for the big heal, and I was like, actually I changed my mind, and then I went for the revive. I'm like, hey, help's on the way. Thank you. Actually, no, it's not. Okay, yeah. See, now this is where the video, or this is where the title or the thumbnail came from. This little scrap I have in a minute against the future heroes. I'm pretty sure this is the one. Yeah, so the final team is here it is, Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki, like the former major meta. This is it, look, fighting the two of them on my own. Whoa, I love that. That looks so, even though it was me taking damage, that looks so cinematic. Like the way he just kicks through that shield as I'm like in the air and I bring it out and it looks so cinematic. You gotta see that again from the Deku. Whoa! I love that. I love that. I'm like, alright, you boys wanna roll? Let's roll. If you boys are the future, I'm about to show you I'm the present. The 2v1 against Bakugo and Deku. I think at this point the Bakugo, yeah, he sort of ran off. It was like a foul 1v2, you know? Like, it didn't actually take him down, but he left. You know, he basically said he don't want it. Dude, that was a fun little scrap. But I put it on both of them. And then the Bakugo, he's not interested. Look, see that? He just left me in the dust. It's exactly what I said earlier. If I can't chase him down, I have to try and stun him in place. And if Momo can't stun him in place, and she can't track him down, without them, you know, failing on their part to run away, then, you know, what's her purpose, right? That's why I think it has to be that way. So then I sense an opportunity here to get a quick revive, and I take it. A lot of times people, they think they need to be, you know, in like the asshole of the earth, so to speak, to get a revive off. It's like, no, sometimes you can be out in the open, sometimes you can be behind just some tree. Sometimes you don't need to go to, like, you know, the earth's crust to get a revive successfully. Sometimes it's like literally just wherever you currently are, because you've got a spare 5 seconds where no one's actually around you, like the way I did it. Not to say that's always what you want to do. Like, sometimes, you know, doing a revive relatively out in the open is going to cause you major ag. Don't get me wrong. But on other times, like right there, sometimes it's the best way, because it gives you your partner that extra time to get into the game. You know? Because sometimes I've had people, they spend so much time trying to find the perfect place, the most perfect place to revive, that by the time they start doing it, they've been found. It's too late. Everything's went to hell. I'm like, damn, you could have revived me like literally 2 minutes ago if you just did it right there and then when there was no one. But you just, you know, there's this like this standard in their head. Oh, if I'm out in the open, or if I haven't got, you know, a 4D space of cover, then there's no way I could do a revive. No, you can. Trust me, you can. You just need to be aware of the situation and maybe think about it whether or not it makes sense at the time. Anyways, next game. Alright, second match of the video. Different tag partners on this one. Look at this. Pow! Right on the kisser. That was a good setup. Look at that Bakugo, he was like, I'll take this card, I'll take this potion, I'll take this. What the fuck was that? He had no idea that was coming his way. And off he goes. Derbies used to be so easy against, for a Momo. Because in the past, Momo could charge through his circle of fire and take no damage. Now she does take damage. So before, when I would be facing Derbies, I was just thinking, man, I feel so sorry for you right now. But now I actually need to think a little bit more, because even though it's not a huge amount of damage she takes, if you're not careful, it could, you know, it could be decisive damage, you know? It could be decisive damage. For those who don't know what I mean by that, it could be, you know, you could take a small amount of damage from charging with the shield into Derby's flames, and then you might lose a fight 1 or 2 minutes later, maybe even less than that. Purely on the reasoning that you just didn't have like an extra 20 or 30 health, where you would have won it if you did have that 20 or 30 health, but you lost that because you took unnecessary damage running into Derby's ring of fire with your shield. That's what I mean by, you know, decisive damage. You know, it doesn't seem like a big deal in the moment, but you know, 15 seconds later, it might be the reason why, you know, you're face down in the dirt. It could be that way. It could be that way. Momo-chan. She needs more outfits. Bakugo's got like 201 outfits right now in the game. Not that I mind, because he's one of my favorite characters anyway. But he's got so many outfits. So we need some other people getting in on the craze. Yeah, the new kill steal. You do 99% of the damage, and someone else gets the down. The new kill steal. I joke about it, of course. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And obviously, it's not. Most of the time, it's not someone else's fault. They're just trying to help you. That's why I don't think it. Most of the time, anyway, I don't think it means anything to get upset about it. You know, like in his mind, he's helping me. You know, he's like, damn, my Momo needs help. Let me help her out. He's not thinking, I'm gonna get the last touch on this son of a bitch to really stick it to that shield running. You know, he's not thinking that. He's just trying to help. That's why I don't really mind it too much. The other way, it was like a lot more nefarious. You know, like there's one guy laying down, then there's 3 people kicking the shit out of him, hoping their boot is the one that, you know, smashes his brain because they want the KO. Like, it's a lot more nefarious with how it used to be. But now it's kind of like, you know, People don't mean to take it, they're just trying to help you. Usually. Anyway, usually. See, that was another good way of how the stationary shield helped out there. The stationary shield blocked the Dabiya from attacking us from range while we finished off his buddy. And obviously some people might be like, oh, well, he could have just walked around and hit you. That's true. But again, like in the moment, a lot of people, they don't think that quickly. Like by the time he probably realized it, I had already done what I needed to do, you know? By the time he had realized that, you know, the chance for him to make the most of it was already gone. And she says that so quick, I can't even replicate what she's saying. I'd have to listen to that a few times. Huh? Right? Toga's voice lines are just hilarious, man. In a good way. I love doing this. I love setting up like 3 or even 2 cannons and just, you know, blowing them up into various areas of the map with no rhyme or reason, just hoping it hits somebody. Just ruin somebody's day. Like they're just looting and then donk, they get smacked on the head by a cannonball. You know, it doesn't often work, but sometimes it does. Like I won't even say sometimes, very rarely does it work, but it's always kind of fun to do. It's almost like a little game within a game. Like you're playing My Hero Rumble, but the game within a game is, can I hit someone with one of these random stray cannonballs from across the map? With like, yeah, without knowing where they are. It's not even like an aimed one where I can see that guy in the distance. No, it's just, I'm going to try and hit this somebody that might be out there. Trying to tune into their radio station with a cannonball, so to speak. This is me trying to get some sort of semblance of where someone may be. Doing this is kind of risky because when you stand up somewhere high or pronounced and you look around with the thingy, it gives you a good vantage point. But at the same time, like if someone's like looking out, they'll probably see where you are. Look at that. Someone needs to tell that Bakugo his AP shot doesn't go down that far. Yeah, I really do not like this area. It's like the final area for Momo. Yeah, I won't lie. He took me by surprise with that one. Was that an All Might? Or a Todoroki even? No, it was a Todoroki. No, it could have also been the Deku shooting like that. That was a pretty nifty way to get her away from, wasn't it? And this is where the match gets interesting. Unfortunately for our All Might, the Joker crazy, his connection went crazy, and he immediately died on the spot. He went from being a healthy adult male to being a corpse in 0.2 seconds. Instantaneous death. And I knew it was a disconnect because I'm like, no one dies that quick and then leaves the game that quickly. Like if you watch it, it's very obvious it's a disconnect. So now it's a 2v3 in this pretty spotty situation. So again, look at how useful that shield is. Look at that shield. These shields that, even the ones that you don't just place down like that, even the ones you run with and then you place down, like they still, if you can place them relatively competently, they can pay off in dividends not long after. Like that shield just ruined Deku's whole approach and allowed me to counter. Unfortunately, Momo's mobility strikes back. I forgot at this point there was actually 3 teams, not 2. Yeah, In the tunnel is like Momo's home base. Like, you never want to fight Momo in the tunnel. Did you see that? Do I even need to tell you anymore? Did you see the way my shield It's not like I could predict this would happen, but again, it's just good placement, blocking off the exit. His special action was blocked off by the shield. He would have been out of there by that point. But no, the shield stopped his special action. It got him caught on it. So again, it's all about where you put that thing. I didn't know he'd do that, but I put it around the entranceway just as a means to kind of make it hard for people to get out, and it worked. So again, even if you're not just placing it down stationary-wise, and you're running with it, still think about where you might want that shield. Still think about where you might want that shield. Like I say, you trying to come back? Have a cannonball. Have a cannonball, Alejandro. Alejandro. And at this point, only a fool would rush out and try to climb up that thing. We had no reason to be going out there. So it was just a game of waiting for it to come back out on the outside. And I thought he was going to jump down. Like, when he got the chance, I thought he was going to jump down. So I was like, let me give him a little present when he gets down. But he didn't jump down. Instead, he threw... he threw his own bombs. He's like, yeah, I got some too. I got some too. And then I don't even know where the shigaraki came from. Like some shigaraki from nowhere. I didn't even see the shigaraki all game. Then he just kind of turns up at the end. And like that final circle was small. And the Momo, like where are these people coming from? All of a sudden we're in a 2v3 out of nowhere. This Momo was getting a bit ahead of herself. And I was like, hey, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know this. But I'm the Momo around these parts. See what I did there? She can only go left or right at that point. She can only go left or right. I make it so that both ways are a loss for her. She goes to her left, she gets hit by 2 sets of cannons. She goes to her right, I'm already waiting there to punish. That's what happened. I basically gave her a no means of escape option. You know, it was, how do you want to die? Essentially. It wasn't where do you want to go, it's how do you want to lose? Some nifty backup from the backlines, and basically we're set for life at this point. Like, there's no way we lose this one. Even if Bakugo finds a way to go Super Saiyan, you know, he bypasses plus Ultra, and he makes his way into Super Saiyan territory. He still loses that 1v2. The real surprise is when he gets KO'd, and I start getting hit by a Momo. I'm like, didn't I kill you? But somehow, some way, she didn't die in that storm. I was very surprised by that. But we rectified the situation. Either way, and attained dominance. So yeah, 2 fun little end circles there for you guys to enjoy. Which one did you like more? Did you like the first end circle, or did you prefer the second one? So first match or second match? Let me know in the comments. And so yeah, another ranked game under the belt, 7 KOs, 6k damage. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Even with the disconnect, we pulled off the victory. Plugging into a win, regardless. GG's, thanks for watching, hopefully you enjoyed that. See you guys on the next one, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day or evening. Like, sub, comment, see you next time.